How do you like them apples? Round 15, 14, something. Round 15, of course, it's round 14, Dutch Grand Prix. It's going to get techie here. Oh, I'm nervous. How we doing, Michael? Sir John. Giovanni, you're a legend as always. Coming to just around the corner. Feels like I'm watching a UFO disclosure. This is going to get techie. T-minus 28 minutes until a race start. We will get the metrics going again, always courtesy of the GoToest app. F1 app to have ever F1'd. Multi-viewer, go and download yourself if you're that way inclined. It's going to get techie though. It's Oscar and it's Lando. I feel bad for Lando. I'm not going to. I'm a bit gutted that I wasn't watching qualifying yesterday with each and every single one of you. But it sounds like OJP came through and did what he needed to do, and so too did Lando. But sometimes you do everything right, Lando Norris, and it comes out wrong. He was faster through the final turn, but again, at the altar of a cheeky long distance tow and a cheeky shift in the direction of wind, the OJP finds himself on pole. Fortuitous circumstances, right? Karmic justice never sleeps. Some say it's going to get techie over here, and I am nervous. Who have you got into turn one? Let's get our first pole of the day out. Do you think Lando can nail it into turn one for once? Mr. Start Bottler. I don't know. Who's your turn one champion? Turn one champion. Dutch GP. Oof. Who have you got? Let me know. This is important. Easy win. Oh no, it's gonna get techie. Cheers, Max. It had to get sorted, mate, and I need to keep Kenny up today. And when it's not sorted, your boy's gonna not hesitate to put on his cap on. T-minus 27 minutes. Why don't these two fight? Do you know what I mean? Surely Lando and Oscar at some point have to come to blows. Or is it just that we're in 2025 and it's F1 snowflake with potential rain? By the way, look at the clouds. 20% chance of rain, they said less than 24 hours ago. How about now? T-minus 26 minutes. Lewis Hamilton, when asked about the track circumstance, said, listen, I hope it rains hard. How about that rain? Where is it? Because realising that he's got no chance. That car's not good enough. And he's 40 years old. He needs every advantage that he can have, right? That he can get possibly. The one that they call Sir Lewis Hamilton. Oh, I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous, chaps? Guys and girls. Nervous as budge around it. 105 if you're watching concurrently. Let me say this at the outset. Up front and personal. Do me a favour and smash the like button now. Forthwith. If you could, please. If you like the stream, then like the stream because it matters. It means more than you might realise since we're in the heat of battle. Going for F1 content creator championship in 2025 and that. Do you know what I mean? No, we'll get there in the end. All right then. OJP. Let me cast my vote. 89% of you say OJP into turn one. Oh, the humanity. So John Perry, you're an absolute ledge. New pole, Lando or Max P2 at true. I'll get that up next, JP. Oh my gosh. So John. Oh. Lando just doesn't. He's very conservative on the brakes, and per Sir John Perry's assertion, that will leave him vulnerable. I was listening to it over the radio, the qualifying session, and Lando did not need Max to qualify in P3. Anywhere else, P4, even P2, wherever. Did he cap Max's final lap? It did a god tier lap. Yeah, purple sector 2 Umach from Mr. Verstappen. But again, a car isn't carring, Matt. It's just not. It's not where it needs to be. Sadly, it's just not where it needs to be. They need to sort it out. It's not good enough. I feel like Red Bull are betraying our trust as F1 fans. Want to see the greatest drivers in the greatest cars. Crackosaurus, aka George, you're an absolute legend. Far too kind, mate. I'm humbled. And let me say this for the avoidance of that. I did not see Tony Ferguson. But I mean, Salt Pappy. I don't even need to check for the result to see what happened there. And now he's picking a fight with a Liverpudlian UFC. I just don't know what's going on. It's cast. But ultimately, to that point, it feels like other sports are doing more to cultivate, to create attention dollars than F1 at the moment. People are watching other things. I appreciate you, Crackosaurus. You're a legend, mate. Genuinely. A proper legend. It's going to get techier than techie things, says Dave. Tony Crackosaurus is a legend. This is Lando's best track, by the way. This is one of Lando's best tracks. He was brilliant around there. But where's EZG in the house? I feel like Lando should be celebrating, but sometimes the racing gods will avert their gaze and leave destiny in the hands of some karmic justice. I say that to say this. Season to date, you want to argue, if you're talking about the levelling of the fortuitous circumstance scales, that Lando Norris has had the whip hand. No, he's been the benefactor of a harsh stewarding decision, British Grand Prix Oscar Piastri, that cost him the victory. Then turn 6, Oscar Piastri decided that he wasn't forensic in his overtake, nor was he clinical, nor was he a fire-breathing dragon. After you clawed Lando Norris, Australia, Oscar Piastri all of a sudden forgot how to drive in the rain. That you've got a test dummy in front of you in Lando. Let him go and kill himself first. You know what I mean? Let him go and be a test dummy per se. Like, let him go. Give him an extra 10 to 20 meters, so you've got yourself some spatial distance using which you can react to changeable changing variables and changing conditions. And he just I don't know. He's been unlucky season today, as Oscar. Andrew Benson contends that potentially, if luck were not a thing, that Oscar Piastri would be another 30 points down the road. That the gap wouldn't be 9 points in the driver's standings, that it would be circa 40 chaos. And now all of a sudden we're seeing that fortuitous circumstance catch up a chrono. Piastri is doing the thing. He looks good, doesn't he? He looks ready. Only when it's convenient. Lando do the thing. Max, you want me to be honest? All cards on the table. I think I'm rooting for Lando today. What I don't want desperately, less than anything, is for Oscar Piastri to run away. I suspect that's where we're going. Putting my forecasting cap on, I think that's probably the most likely outcome, that Oscar Piastri between now and the next 10 races just runs away with it. That's where my mind's at. But in that case, you got to root for Lando, right? I want to see competition. I want to see a race. I want to see. What do you have, says Max? I'm with you, EasyG. I've got Lando top. Oh, EasyG, you going Lando? He's going to have to nail him into turn 1, isn't he? If he doesn't, is that Cillian Murphy, Mr. Peaky Blinders? It's not Cillian Murphy, but it looks a lot like him. Lando's between a rock and a hard pace, right? If he doesn't go for and get Oscar, he's got Max behind him. How do you think that's going to work out? I think Max is starting to disrespect Lando a little bit, EasyG. Just looking at their demeanour in the post-quali presser, I think Max sees more of himself in Oscar and not Lando. I'm from Southern Hemisphere, so I am for Oscar and the fight. Let's go, Max. I don't hate it. I mean, I prefer Oscar, but again, I dine most frequently at the restaurant of competition, PLC. So Lando's best lap was not quick enough for OJP Swat. So don't categorise it that way, Edgar. Look at the ghost comparison between Lando and Oscar is online somewhere, f1.com. And if you see it, just check. I mean, all you need to do is look at the final 30 seconds of it, and you see that Lando Norris gets the better exit coming out from the top. I mean, this happened before at Suzuka, didn't it? And Lando is late on the DRS. What has he did? Lando, we're rooting for you, chat. Please. No more mistakes, Lando Norris. But there was, to be fair to Lando, there were no mistakes yesterday. He was really, really good. But again, wind just did him over. That happens sometimes. It's motor racing. Sometimes that happens. Daniel. Sir John, only thing Lando will nail into turn 1 is the what? Oh no, Sir John, say it's not so. Say it's not so. I don't want to write him off because he's very good. Please, F1 gods, give Max a competitive car right now. Piastri going to fly towards the horizon for show. It's the most likely. The odds, I mean, he's a big favourite, isn't he, Oscar Piastri, to win this race. Oh, Lando, make it interesting, chap. Oh, by the way, Ruth Buscombe is saying potentially the one stop is the modus operandi around there. Again, it was last year medium hards. It will be the same this year potentially, lest we get some rain. Although dark clouds are gathering. Look at that, chat. Dark clouds are gathering. Oh my God, I'm nervous. Come on, let's go. Just working on the car of Maximilian Verstappen. By the way, random walk as far as Max Verstappen's setup at a couple different counts. Ride height, ballast, and one other thing that eludes me that I can't remember. Nervous. Giovanni, you're a legend. As the Papayans drive closer and closer. Is it papaya? David Croft just said the papaya. He's like, oh, the papaya. The papayas without the N. Disagreed with that. Surely it's the papaya coloured cars. Are we? Is Crofty too lazy now to use the appropriate objectives? I digress. Giovanni, you're a legend. And far too kind as always. As the Papayans drive closer and closer, it's inevitable that one will wipe out or the other. Question is, who will be the protagonist? Place your bets. Well, I mean, Oscar could have done it already a couple of times, eh? Giovanni. Ugh. Lando did it once. Canada. Oscar was lucky enough to carry on. Alan Fermani is happy and worried. Ugh. CCR. Have you seen the rain? No rain yet. There is no rain yet, Macon. But if the skies are most certainly dark enough to portend rain. Come on, Karun, sort it out. What's going on with this? Get Brundle on the grid walk, please. I'm already feeling. Who's this? Who is this? Xavi. Don't know who he is. Come on, Brooksy. Grab somebody that people know at least. Bring back Martin Brundle. Lando will be lucky to come in second. So I think he'll have more space. I mean, he's brilliant around here, isn't he? He was brilliant around here last year. 20 plus seconds on Max Verstappen, even with a durable competitive advantage as far as the car's concerned. I feel Oscar still had more performance to find. 100%. 100% Brabhamos. He's going to get better. He's not going to get worse. Early on in your F1 journey is where you gain the most lap time, the most experience. If you're plotting these things on a parabola, little drizzle. So, oh no, John, it's happening. Imagine if we get it before just as the race is about to start. T-minus 16 minutes, by the way. Whenever someone mentions rain on Sunday, my brain tickles. March. Oh, imagine if it just starts showering. The time when you know is when you start to see the audience put on the contingent, the Orange Army, start to put on their rain. Max say maybe rain. Safak. It looks like it's Max the starters. So Johan, to that point, context for the race. One stop potentially is the quickest, but they brought softer compound tyres as versus this time last year. So too, 60 kilometres is normally the pit lane speed limit around here. They've increased that to 80 kilometres per hour, which again makes the two-stop more viable. They're looking to make it interesting again. Max Verstappen has an extra set of soft-est compound tyres, meaning therefore can bring that in, eh? Why not start on the softest compound tyres? Play a joker like Oracle Red Bull Racing, like Christian Horner Racing used to, and nail Lando Norris into turn 2, knowing all the while that this is a qualifying championship. It's going to be very difficult to pass around here. So Lewis, in his pre-race debrief and in the parade, said as much, didn't he? That this is a really difficult track around which to pass. LSU stole that last night. It's going to get techie. Maybe. Can you imagine Max does start on the red labelled ones? Oh, the humanity. God help Lando Norris. All of his nightmare. Oh, no, yes. Get Roger Jackson in there. For those of you unfamiliar with Roger Jackson's work, if you're... no, don't even do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Roger Jackson. There was a legendary mixed martial artist called Rampage Jackson who used to fight in Japan and then came over to America, and he has a son who is like, you know what I mean? He needs a hug, and he sing the national anthem. I wish I could, yes, but you would all turn off instantly. T-minus 14 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky race. Zach Brown on deck, mate. Zach Brown keeps talking about, I really want to see them start race. Well, you can allow them to race now. Forget the papaya rules. Go about your business. There's no harm, no foul. Where's the downside? Your stop loss is very tight. Roger Jackson is a scumbag. He's not a good guy, is he? He's misunderstood. Let's say Roger is bang bang. Misunderstood, Gurney, I say. or Goonie. I'd say he's misunderstood. Desperately trying to please his old man, living all the time in perpetuity in his old man's shadow. T minus 13. Oh, Michael, I got my first bachelor's from Clemson. Still one of the most beautiful places on earth. I don't hate that, Macon. Nice little stunt on them. My first bachelor's, yeah, of course. Macon, we're talking multitude. A multitude. We need Zach on an American team. Roger Jackson in McLaren would be better than he. I mean, it'd be more gangbuster, but you know how that would work out, though. Oh my God, Naomi, my chocolate way. SDW, imagine. Yeah, Naomi's, she's got a great personality, that Naomi. But I digress. Oscar will lead 4 seconds from Lando. But Lando's quicker, Miami. I think almost, Lando is better around here than Oscar. And I'd argue put in a better qualifying lap as well. It's just that the wind and the long term or the long distance tow screwed him over. Circumstance happens. This is what, like when they talk about 2021, say this is motor racing. Lewis Hamilton fans will get mad. But sometimes it is just things happen in motor racing that are a bit, that's just always been the way. Go back to 1989 and you've got Balestre at Interfit. Like it's always, I don't know, newer fans won't be used to it, right? Less acclimatized, less well versed. But I mean, for grizzled F1 vets, it's always been motor racing. Ish can happen. Oh, the humanity, Easy G. How are you feeling, chap? Go on then. The next poll, Purser John. Let's get this going. 87% of you got OJP. Bloody Dora. Oh, do me a favour, smash the like. 180 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour. Sir John, you're a legend of a different calibre out here donating memberships. I appreciate you, Sir John. Let's get your poll up. 85% of you. Turn 1 merchant. Turn 1 championship. I feel bad for Lando, you know. He's not prepared. Forgive him, Lord, for he knows not what he does. I don't think he understands the gargantuan task in front of him. So he's talking about retirement now. I just don't feel, I don't know. You know, when you empathise with somebody because they're just, what's that smoke on the track? You know, you empathise with somebody because you just feel like I just feel like he's out of his bag. No, I don't think he needs this. Lando. I don't know. I think we're talking some serious things, right? Oscar's born to do it. Do you know what I mean? He's been waiting for this opportunity all his life. He leans into the pressure. This is nothing to Oscar Piastri. He eats pressure for breakfast. You know what I mean? He's got all of those bods, Mark Webber around him. He's got Tom Stollard there, who's also an Olympian. So his setup is there, ready to go. This is just like, he doesn't lose a wink of sleep at night with Oscar about this. Like, no, he's like, I'm here for this. I've lived for this all my life. And Lando, I'm not sure he has. Lando's a natural talent merchant, isn't he? Bless him. He's been beating everybody because of his natural talent delta that he's had in hand. Umach. I've got a theory about wet tyres. Maybe they're just there to keep Pirelli's catalogue fat while the FIA quietly signs off on the racket. I don't hate it, Umach. I don't hate it. They don't want to do it. I think there's a penchant towards risk aversion as far as wet, particularly around Spa as an example. Radillon is very dangerous, so why, if there is the opportunity not to run the cars in like super wet, they'll delay. If they aren't all rappers, you are a DJ. Let's go on then. Speaking of rappers, Macon, Oscar Piastri and Lando, like flipping Nora. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Do not miss your chance to blow it. Now that is next level speculative goofing. Oofness. Oof. Hey, listen. Oscar's here. I feel bad for Lando. I really do feel bad. Right, we need to get ourselves some things, don't we? Let's go. Let's get ourselves some multi-viewer metrics going around there. It's only right. And it's only fair. Okay, let's go. Charles Edward in the house again, blessing me. Let's go racing, lads and ladettes. Support hit the like button and sub. Charles Edward, you're an absolute legend, mate, of a god tier purple sector variety, and I appreciate you for that, sir. Thank you so much, mate. Legendary settings. Charles Edward, are you in situ today as well? Tell me you'll buy the track, mate. Get your hand up in the air, Charles Edward, for us, please, and tell us what's going on. Like, I'm keen, because I think we need rain at this point to make for an interesting automotive pugilism spectacle now. I think we need it. I think this is what we need. Honestly, Checo versus Max into it, but no chance. Charles Edward Cheese, you're an absolute legend, by the way, if I didn't say that already. Do me a favour, per Charles Edward Cheese, smashoosh that like button. It means more than you might realise. If you want to be a member, become a member. Get yourself over to Discord, using which we continue the respectful discourse around all things F1 centric. Get yourself priority in the chat as always. And get yourself a couple of other different things, a newsletter once a week sometimes when I get time to. And then we are live. Right, let's go. Let's go. What's going on, Sedan? Stroop off all time. Let's go, Caroline. My palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. Edgar, you're an absolute legend. Sorry, forgot the conversation, right? Edgar, don't be daft, mate. You're a legend. I appreciate you. Let me say this up front and centre, because it's important, and I make no apologies for labouring this point in particular. Cameron CC is the name above the door, but that matters not. That's nominal value only. This community drives and survives by dint of you guys showing up, your industry, your conversations, indulging my very B-spec noddy F1 mind sometimes. Like that's what's important. And for all of the aforementioned, I thank each and every single one of you. Charles Edward Cheese was trackside over the course of the weekend, but I don't know. Let me know, Charles. I'm keen. I am keen. Charles lucky to be incredible Macon. Do we even talk about that? I don't want to be too negative too early. Yeets it into the barrier twice, and can you imagine how fuming and vexed those Aston Martin engineers would be? Insane. I wouldn't. No. You can make a mistake, but don't make the same mistake twice, Lance Stroll. But again, this is daddy owner privilege, isn't it? You know what I mean? What are you going to do? He owns the business. You can hear, it's funny when you hear Alonso and the way that Alonso moves. You can tell he understands it now. He doesn't want to. Alonso is acutely aware of which side of who butters his bread. Right, let's go. Let's go. Oh no. Come on, Cameron. Boom. And breathe. I am nervous as fudge. They're rolling out these VTs a bit, aren't they? They're rolling out the VTs just a tad. And I'm nervous, chat. Why am I so nervous? Because it's F1, T minus 5 minutes until we get ourselves a cheeky formation lap. All right, let's go. Let's go. Palms are sweating. Mum spaghetti. Did not miss this opportunity. You only get one shot to blow. Flipping Norris. Stroll, who? He's a businessman, not a business man. I think I've astadized that circumstance. He's a businessman. Oh, you've got it the wrong way. It's the other way around, much. I'm a business man, not a business man. Hola, John, mi compadre. Shout out to Alex Albon, fastest man in F1. Let's go, Chiba. He's not been bad. Summer break gone because you care that Troy. We're going in. I can't wait for this. I feel like we're about to witness something that could be a bit special, particularly on the first lap, an inflection point. Who have you got, chat? Let me know. Did I put out the second poll? I did indeed, didn't I? You guys tell me who you've got. Turn 1 championship, eh? Max Verstappen, 77%. Your track circumstances as follows. It's the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort. It is, of course. I was talking about Stroll. I don't disagree with him. He's a bit. You did it deliberately. It's round 15. 4.2 kilometers track distance, 2.6 miles, 72 laps, 1 minute 8.662 new track record from OJP, 8.7 meters elevation, 336 kilometers per hour maximal velocity, 60 to 80 kilometers per hour pit lane speed limit. That means one thing, that it brings into contention more so than it was before the two-stop strategy. C2, C3, C4 have been brought by Pirelli. Interesting. Max Verstappen has a brand new set of soft compound tyres ready to go. Maybe he will start on them and give the one that they call... Oh, look at that. Can you see that already, chat? What tyres are Max Verstappen on? You can't see it just yet. Everybody else on mediums, apart from Colapinto, Hulkenberg and Ocon, Behrman, who are on soft, and hard respectively. I think Maximilian. Don't know for the win, yes. I'm not sure. John says, lol, Yoko. Safat, the legend that is. Oh my gosh, Richard's in the house. Let's go, Richard. Day zero. I've got to read it about. Please subscribe and help our channel go. Richard, you're a legend, mate. To see the day zero guys and girls jump in makes me happy. Oh, bloody nerves are going off. I know, D-boy. Oh, let's go, Issa. Come on, lock in. Sir John, damn, I missed this. What did you miss, Sir John? You didn't miss anything. It's going to be K. Narlinks, Narex. Does that convert to not left, not right? I hope you and your family are doing it. Richard, we're all right, mate. We're surviving, do you know what I mean? Hanging in there, mate. Sobrevivo, as they say. Sobrevivo, as they say in Cuba. Excited for turn one. Yes. So, John, you're far too kind as always, mate. Let's go. I'm here for it. Are you ready for cheeky races, guys? Says the Max Soft. There he is. Confirmation on the right-hand side of your screen. Max is on soft. Oh, the humanity. Lando, you're toast, mate. You're finished. Oh, gosh. And maybe Oscar could be finished as well. Race day comes to John. Honestly, mate. Oh, my gosh. Big first bombshell of the day. Maximilian Verstappen is starting from third on the softest compound tyres. Fresh, soft compound tyres I will have, you know. Are we ready for this? I'm not ready, Crackosaurus. AKA George, it's 7 a.m. in Alberta, Rocky Mountains. Oh, the humanity. I'm nervous. I can't cope. I've lost my mind already. This is chaos. Stop watching F1 after 2020. It's fair play, Richard. I don't hate it, mate. I'm glad that you're coming back, though. I have nightmares all too frequently. Oh, Sedan, it's chaos. Oh, no. Turn one, yes. We're going to see. We are going to see. It's, no, I have nightmares, Richard, about F1 fans leaving the sport, and it's just me in a room by myself talking to my mirror, my reflection in the about Formula One, because it's 1995 all of a sudden again and nobody's interested in Formula One. That's my most vivid nightmare that I have most frequently. Johan, you did mention. I saw it before. I think somebody mentioned as well. I just didn't come around to it. I know that you had a fresh set of... I think Ruth Buscombe. She said in her thing, shall I play this? Let me play this because I give Ruth some credit. Go and follow her on LinkedIn. I'll play this. This told me, I was trying to look up the strategies on F1.com, but F1.com is too SH1T and put all that nonsense behind the bloody paywall. Here's what you need to know, chat. Where's this thing? Oh, here we go. Go on, this is quite important as we get into a formation lap. Here you go. This is what Ruth says.
With that C4 being the big if it's dropped, will it be raceable? Last year, Max was able to stretch the C3 to 27 laps. If the C4 falls away even faster, no one's really going to touch it if the one stop is still available, unless it's a really short stint at the end. We're just going to leave C3 as the banker starter. If it's dry, the most light.
Huh? Yellow flag infringement. For what, Lewis? What are you doing? What's the point? I can't cope anymore. Maximilian Verstappen on soft compound tyres. Fresh ones as well. Who's the lady? Ruth. That's Ruth Buscombe. She's an Oxbridge grad and she used to work on the grid for, I want to say, Alpine potentially. Is like the Hannah Schmitz equivalent. She's a proper Strat person. Yeah. Legend, shall I play it again? I'll summarise it for you. She said that basically it's softer compound tyres versus last year. Max Verstappen did 27 laps on the mediums last year, which bodes well. But it's I don't know. I'm nervous. Seeing Max Verstappen is on them soft compound tyres, I don't even know what to say. Especially if it starts raining as well. Turn 1 will turn into turn 1. If you know, you know. Oh, the humanity. Let's go. No more blue sky. I know it's getting dark out here. That the likelihood that we get some rain at some point in this race goes up materially by the second. 400 of you in the chat. If you like the stream, then like the stream. We are formation lap settings. By the way, I'm going to try, for those of you for whom I am eyes and ears this race, I'm going to do my best here because I was listening to the radio yesterday, Harry Benjamin and someone else, and I was frustrated. I'll leave it there. Just did not. I was really angry. I was fuming. I was very, very angry. Very, very angry. Right. Oh, Forza, let's go. Michael Strahan, is he there really? Mr. Gap Teeth himself. Look at Max Verstappen pointed directly at Lando Norris, ready to go. Oh, the humanity. I like them more at times as well. So the back markers are just about to pull up onto their good positions. Oh, nervous, by the way. I will sync on the red lights. My audio visual is a little bit behind yours. Everyone looks like they're about to pull in. I will go 1 red, 2 red, 3 reds, 4 reds, 5 reds, and then lights out. So you can sync on the lights out if you want to, or you can just be you can be a sadist and be a bit ahead of me. Oh no, Daniel, I'm nervous. This is chaos. Right. The safety guy's pulling at the back. Back markers are charging. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 reds, 4 reds, 5 reds. And we are go. It's a good start from Lando. Look at that. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen's nailed him. Oh, Max has got into the front. Oh, he's gone very wide though. Lando's got the opportunity. Oh, Lando and Max going toe to toe. Max on the outside. Oh my gosh, Lando hits Max, but Max somehow managed to keep it on the track. Lando's going to come at Max again. Oh my gosh, Lando's going to be fuming. Fuming Lando's going to be. But it was always going to happen, Lando. Now chill out, Lando, and play yourself into the crease, mate. Why is he such a start bottler? It makes absolutely no sense. Now, Max Verstappen is going to be an absolute demon. Kaori, what is going on? He can't help himself. But this time I've got to forgive him because Max has got the bloody fresh soft compound tyres on and Lando's only got the medium. So, like, what's that about? How did Max keep that on the island? That's what I want to know. That, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury, was absolute chaos. So go on then, runners and riders. Biggest winner over the first lap. Maximilian Verstappen, of course, as you'd expect, taking advantage of fresh soft compound tyres up into second position and steals yet again. Lando Norris is lunch money. I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him though. I don't want to kick him when he's down. Max is unbelievable. Kaori, I don't know how he's done that. Bloody Nora, go easy. Go easy, Charles Leclerc, looking to steal Isaac Hadjar's lunch money. But what's Lando Norris doing? Are we racing for first, mate, or are we just chilling out at the back here? He's already left. Go on then. Runners and riders, 1 lap in, or 2 laps in even. 1.3 seconds off the lead, Maximilian Verstappen. Interesting to see how that goes. Max will need to close in on that DRS imminently if he's going to get something done. Make some use of those fresh soft compound tyres before the dirty air erodes his tyre offset. In first, you've got OJP consolidating yet again as if it were nothing for a first position P1. Max Verstappen steals Lando Norris's lunch money again. Him qualifying in P3 was always going to be the worst nightmare of Lando Norris. Mr. Slow Starter. Behind Lando Norris, you've got Isaac Hadjar, 4 seconds adrift of the lead. Charles Leclerc leads from Russell, from Hamilton, from Lawson in 8th. Sainz is in 9th, and Alex Albon in 10th. That's your point scoring. Max Verstappen, world champion. Come on, Max. Come on, Max. Needs rain. Telling you, he needs rain. If you're backing Max Verstappen, he needs rain. Those McLarens are far too fast. Just ridiculously quick. Oscar Piastri will be enjoying this. I know he'll be rooting for Maximilian Verstappen, eh? He'll be Oscar will go for a nice Sunday drive. That's what anything can and usually does happen in the weird and wacky world. It's F1 115.7 purple. Oh, the humanity! This bank turn is ridiculous. I see why Lance Stroll crashed into there yesterday a couple times. You got to have trust and faith in it. It's very it gives confidence, and then it takes it away. You know they will rearrange strategy so Lando Norris wins somehow. Behave yourself. They can't do that again. They cannot. I tell you what happens though. Lando Norris is, because Lando's in third, he ends up in this weird position where his stop loss is super tight, meaning therefore his risk to reward calc writes itself. Oscar Piastri told we expect class 1 rain for 8 minutes around lap 7. May or may not require an enter. Unclear. So this is the problem for Oscar, right? Oscar would like, if it starts to rain and it's changeable conditions, you'd like to be like Australia this year. You'd want a test dummy in front of you, like a human guinea pig, so they can go into the corner first and see whether it's wet, and then I will be able to, behind them, react to the changing circumstance and keep it on the island. OJP gapping Max Verstappen, notwithstanding the fact that he's on yellow labelled medium tyres and Max is on red labelled soft, to the tune of 1.8 over the course of a couple of laps, 4 laps in the books, 68 to go. How do we like how we like some Max nothing to lose Verstappen? Oh my gosh, he's oh my gosh, Seema, chaos. So your biggest winners and losers off the grid. Max Verstappen up into second. Don't hate that. Biggest winner, Alex Albon up 5 places already. 4 laps in the books, up 5 places into 10th. Behind now his teammate Carlos Sainz Jr. in 9th position. Oh, the humanity. We're going to get, Sebastian, you're a legend. Kaori chaos. Lando won't overtake him. I don't think he can. He should. He's got a car quick enough. Look at that 2.2 down. Look at Oscar Piastri. Looks like Michael Schumacher in 2002 or 4. It's like down the road already. He's going to try and bridge out an extra pit stop and retain track position. Look at that, 2.3 seconds down the road is what Oscar is. But Lando Norris languishing. I tell you what, Lando's got to do one of these though. Like he's just got to pray that F1 gods can do him a favour, sort him out. By the way, soft compound tired runners, lap 16 for their first pit stop. I mean, what was Lando doing? Oh, he got done over by his stop. Lando should have just stuck that there. Oh no, Max just hung in just enough. Oh my gosh, look how late he was on the brakes. Flipping Nora. Lando didn't even touch him. Max was just so late on the brakes. He just was like, right, to maintain this position, I cannot afford to brake. And then I'll sort out the rest. How did he do that? It was a bit messy. It wasn't Max's cleanest move ever, but he just wasn't. He's not looking. I don't think he rates Lando. You know, bloody Nora, Max. I just don't think he rates Max. I don't think he wants to ever be overtaken. I think he rates Oscar. Sees a lot of himself in Oscar. I thought they touched. How did he save that and then keep it on the black stuff? Bloody Nora, this dude is different. True, you shouldn't make the mistake in the first instance, but flip. 3 seconds is the delta between your race lead in OJP and your second place man in Maximilian Verstappen. Oh, the humanity. Max isn't bad, Daniel. He'll win a couple of championships, that lad, if he keeps his nose clean. Do you know what I mean? He needs to keep himself out. There's never a dull moment in Max Verstappen when he's had his Weetabix, say. Stopfish F1 version, true. I like what you've done there very much. Chess engine settings. Max is great. No, Lando got a better start. He did get a better start. But again, karmic justice. I felt like for a second there he was there. But for Max being the last of the late breakers, it was done for Lando. But I just don't think... I think Max in his own head, by the way that he moves, just never wants to be overtaken by Lando. I think in his own mind, Max is just... I think Max will see Lando as just his little brother. Do you know what I mean? Give me that lunch money. And don't ask me for anything back. That's the way that he treats. Oscar is different because he's got this rain in 3 minutes chat. Oh, 6 laps in the docket. Oh no, 67 remaining. So here's what's interesting for the soft compound runners. Light initially, but will last 7 to 10 laps. All right, so look, we're going to get rain in 3 minutes and it's going to last. So that's about lap 9, lap 10. and then you're going to get it for 10 laps. So between lap 10 and lap 20, soft compound top runners have the whip hand, eh? They'll have the option for a scheduled pit stop. Oh, the humanity. Let's go. Thank you, F1 gods, for this. At least in the early running, Max is falling back, maybe protecting us. That was a good shout, Ryan. Chiba even. Here we go. Stroll is the only person I've seen crash 3 to. Incredible. Record-breaking settings. Go on then. And breathe. Soft compound runners for the avoidance of doubt in the early runnings of this. The Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort is Max Verstappen on soft, Tsunoda San 2 on softs, Colapinto and Hulkenberg is on soft. Hard compound runners Ocon, Behrman, 17th and 20th respectively. Oh my. Max is a crazy MF. Understand, that's chaos. I can't wait to hear Mr. Windsor's opinion on that save. Not bad, that Max fella. It'll be all right, you know. If it's just if it's talent that we're going on. If Lando Norris is approaching, now within the DOS of Max Verstappen. If it rains, it's Max. Don't hate it. What can Lewis do in the wet? He's not bad in the wet, is he, Michael? Go on then. Runners and riders. Piastri leads the Grand Prix from Verstappen. Norris, Hadjar, Leclerc in 5th. George Russell in 6th. Hamilton in 7th. Lawson in 8th. Carlos Sainz in 9th. And it's Albon in 10th. Bortoletto's gone down 6 places. Look at that. Languishing down in 19th after yet another brilliant qualifying performance from the Brazilian. Beating Nico Hulkenberg, who in and of himself isn't bad at qualifying even. George Russell's lost out here, right? Down to 6th. What happened with George? I didn't even see it. How long is the pit lane? Couldn't tell you, Dravid. Oscar Piastri goes purple, 115.2. Here we go. Lando Norris incoming. Make a mug of me, Lando. I said that you were all right in qualifying, chap. That it was only, but for luck, you would have dropped it on pole. Wind assisted pole from OJP on a long distance. Here comes Lando. Up. Max Verstappen just goes super defensive. Lando tries one on the outside. Nah. Lando's tried one on the outside. Let's go, Lando. Don't hate that. Props to the chap. He's done my driver over, but that was clean. I don't hate that from Lando. I don't hate it. I wish that Max would have held him off more, I'll be honest. But I think Max is probably losing for tyres, eh? Just do it. Okay, it's not bad, is it, Kay? That's not bad from Lando. When he's like that, incisive and clinical, just get it done. And now he needs to pray for rain. Max Verstappen took pity on him there, I think, just a tad. But again, he was incisive. He was deliberate, intentional. Nice job. Let's go get Oscar. Oof. And now we have ourselves a race. Oscar Piastri 4.5 seconds down the road. But the problem is this, chat. Can I permission to get cynical for a second? Now that you've already given away 4.5 seconds to Oscar Piastri. It's Oscar Piastri. He's driving the same car. Yeah, you're going to need fluke or luck or fortuitous circuit. That was very nice from Lando. Yeah, Max was fair. I think Max has done him Max has done Lando a favour there. He's done him a favour. He's like, I'm not fast enough. I can't compete with these guys. Let them just crack on. Ordinarily, if Lando, listen, if Max was competing for 25 points because the RB21 was quick enough, then Houston would have a problem. He's at podium, I doubt it. Not if he's got to get around Maximilian Verstappen. No chance. One chance. Max exposed by Lando. Get that behave. I think Max was uncharacteristically kind to Lando. He's not got a dog in this championship fight, has he? If he had, I think Lando would have found himself hung out to dry, as Michael used to do back in the day. Lando's race management can still rescue him here. Neil, I don't hate it. Permission granted. So being a doomsday Nelly. All of the things being equal, I just don't think you give Oscar 4.5 seconds. and then come back from that. You're going to need stuff, safety car or rain or something, but maybe we do get rain. Now, there's a better racer than Oscar. It's just the luck has been with OJP. Luck like the Australian Grand Prix, or luck like the penalty that they got at the British Grand Prix. Luck like OJP getting a crisis of confidence at turn 6 in Austria. Luck like the Hungarian Grand Prix where Lando got the worst start. Again, bottle start job. Or start bottle job, and then only had one card to play, which was a stopper, a one stopper, but ended up being the way to go. Is that what sort of luck we're talking about? Is that the sort of luck that Lando hasn't had all season long? Behave yourself. 7 versus 3 years. Just do the math. Can't comment some error. Lando biting into that 4.5. He's going for it. Isn't he 4.0 already? He's quicker around here than his Oscar. He is quicker. But I mean, catching is one thing, passing is another. Per the immortal Murray Walker, Matt's probably just betting on rain now. I think he knows. I think Max on that. If the wind were in the offing, you would have fought Lando much harder than that. And I just think he's like, well, you know what I mean? I'm going for it, but there's only so much one can do. Nothing to see here. Gabby incident, loyalty evident by the pair. Saying, I like the drink. I'm not even going to lie to you. Can't comment some error. Oh, Charles Leclerc on Isaac Hadjar. Isaac Hadjar making his car nice and wide there. He's got the chance to make a name for himself here. Lando Norris goes purple on a 1:14.708. Oh, the humanity. 4 seconds adrift now of Oscar Piastri. 61 laps left to drive. 12 are in the books. Oof. Yeah, Lando. I would say right now, but knowing Lewis will wait for the crossover and nail the tyre change if Ferrari listen to him. So go on then, where's Lewis? 7th, as you were, 14 seconds adrift of the race lead. Closing in on the DRS of his old teammate, King George Russell of Kingsland Norfolk. Those McLarens are right. They're just gone down the road, eh? Lando Norris, 2/10 quicker. Last thought. He's quicker. Now that he's going to play his way into the crease. Is the stream only skipping for me? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if the stream is skipping, and I'll try and do something. There's a Lando's cheated again. Behave yourself, yes. By cheating, do you mean driving a very fast race car very quickly? Is that what you mean? Charles Leclerc get a podium from here. I doubt he's going to need things. I doubt it. Let me know if the stream's okay. Drop a 1 in the chat if the stream's okay. 2 means that I need to go and do something, and then the stream's skipping. Non-zero chance there is a McLaren. Oof, sane. There is definitely a non-zero chance. You're a legend, Kaori. I appreciate you. Kaori, do you see what I've changed? I heard you say Kaori the other day, rather than Kai. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly now. I don't like poor enunciation, especially if it's coming out of my mouth. So John says, how is Lando catching like this? Because he's rapid and this is his track. That's why. Skipping a little bit. Okay. Cheers, guys. Let me close down some things. Stream good. Clippy a little bit. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, chat. I'll do something. It's outstanding that you pay so much money in so stupid. Pay so much money in Sky F1 and internet, and then you still get this. You're a legend, Kaori. I'll K right, Kaori. I've been pronouncing it wrong all this. That's mad, Kaori, and bless you for not correcting me. If I say, oh, Kimi Antonelli. Is it Maddy Munch? Oh no. I don't know what I can do, chat. I'm running too many things. 2 now. Okay. Oh no, GTO. Let me try something. Lagging. The joke is I've got everything close. Hang on. Okay, close something. Rain. Oh no. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you saying that, Heidi. Right, I'll crack on. Oakley, let's go. Get yourself over to the community tab, Oakley, and get yourself in on the Discord. Parameters within which we continue the very techie conversation as far as all things F1. And you get priority in the chat as per usual as well. Rojak, what the first couple of corners. I'm guessing Lando thinks he's going to Inters, and so he's going to push as hard as he can. He's got to close a gap, D-boy. Well, that's the fades to black, right? If he finishes EasyG, you're a legend. I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's my, I think I know what it is. I'll fix it. I'll fix it between now and next year. But we move. Go on then. Bloody Nora, last tour. Huh. Look at the delta. So Lewis and Charles are like they're both a second down the road from a class. A second off last tour. That's how much, that's chaos. I know McLarens are racing each other, but please, F1 gods, fast forward to 2026. Don't give any one team a second in hand. I don't even get, not Red Bull, not Mercedes. That doesn't bode well. Really, really bad. Look at them 10 seconds down the road. It's only been 16 laps. By the way, speaking of lap 16 was a scheduled pit stop of the soft compound tyre runners. Now, I think Max will be looking to hang it out ever so slightly because A, he's got nothing to lose, and B, people putting on their rain, Max. Can you see that? First-hand evidence. Huh. Rain, go away. Come back. Another day. He's going to get chaotic here. 400 of you watching can Cody do me a favour and smash the like. Zach Brown puts his hand out to see exactly the extent of the rain that's coming down. Oof. Oh, we've got rain. Let us go. Red Bull have told Racing Bulls you can't, but well, I mean, it goes without saying. Do you want a career or do you not want one? Soft Strat didn't work. I know it's not working yet, but I mean, tyre offset potentially towards the end of the Grand Prix, potentially. I don't know. But if you're Red Bull, you've got to give yourself some track advantage, right? Track position advantage if you have the opportunity, because you've got yourself a brand new, fresh set of soft compound tyres. Who's this? Antonelli on Yuki. Bortoletto incident, unsafe condition under investigation. Antonelli trying to tee up a Sonoda-san for 11th position. Oh, the humanity. Rain's coming in. Oh no, rematch. What are we doing? Umarch, excuse me. Legend of poor enunciation today for some reason. We don't cry. Oof. W Oscar. You can control it from here, Ray. 3.1 seconds. So I'd contend, I mean, if Lando's got 2/10 on Oscar per lap, it's not going to be enough. The delta requisite to nail and stick an overtaking manoeuvre around here will be much more than 0.2 is the issue. I reckon you need around a second. Difficult to overtake around there. A second and a half in hand. Is Horner the principal for Caddy? No, they declined Horner. They said they're not. There's been no talks. At least I think it would be Alpine if he comes back for 26. Let's have a good race at least. EasyG 100%. All in the hands of your guy Lando and Norris. Say EasyG. It's all up to him. Antonelli zooming in on Sonoda-san again. Not much passing. I mean, it's a difficult track around which to overtake, to make and stick moves. Agile go. He's not doing too badly. Why would Oscar 2 stop? No. Oscar won't do. Look, the Apex Predator strategy past this prologue has always been a one-stopper, right? Medium hard. We've got no reason. Lando can gamble if he wants to, because he might need to. He's not going to overtake Oscar on track, I don't think, unless Oscar makes a mistake. 3.2 seconds the delta between the race lead and second place. Kaori Kimi, let's go, kid. Ridiculous. On a not passing yet. You're not. Oh. Leave him be, Kaori. He'll get there in the end. He'll get there. I think he's playing with his feet. It's hard. It's not easy. That's why I'm so surprised that Lando just pulled that manoeuvre on Max like that. Didn't see it, to be honest. Didn't see it. But again, Max is Lando may have to go 4 stops. You might have to go 4 stops. How badly do you want to win, eh? Imagine they announce a order return last episode. Oh, cliffhanger settings. Cue the EastEnders music. No easy, they're going to screw OJ, and you know it. Oh, John. Alonso in the pits early for a set of yellow compound medium tyres. 2.5 seconds. Rain chat. This is why Max has stayed out, I think. He should have been in already. Those soft compound tyres were only meant to go 16 laps, but the soft... How are the tyres? How is the pace? Starting to struggle, says Lando, a little bit more with the tyres now, with the rears. In particular, they always screw OJ. We went motor racing. Here we go. It's raining. Okay, Red Bull stopping Tsunoda-san. Odds. They had to hold him. Flipping Norris. Sad for Tsunoda-san. But we went motor racing. Tsunoda-san put on softs. Behave yourself. No way, Kaori. Ajo is switching with Tsunoda next. No, not next race. Mexico was the deadline that they've given Tsunoda-san to decide. I think they'll keep. They said that they're going to keep. Oh my gosh, it's raining. Slicks. Oof. Oh, hard compound for Tsunoda-san. Here we go. Here's on board with Sir Lewis, who prayed for rain in the pre-race drivers parade. Properly raining in the pits now. It looks like it, Clive. All right, so over to you, Max Verstappen. The delta currently 15.7 seconds. This is where you want to be set. This, ironically, might be playing into hands of Lando Norris, because wow. Lando asks, can you get a bit closer to the car in head? Put some pressure on Oscar Piastri. Here's the problem with this. If you've ever raced track, if it's wet, if it's monsoon conditions, whatever, you know what to expect. When you get to turn 1, turn 12, it's just going to be wet, so you can manage it. It's still really difficult, but changing conditions, the problem is, especially if it's getting wetter and not drier, the problem is, last lap when you got to turn 11, it was grippy. This lap when you get to turn 11, the circumstance around grip might be completely different, but how do you know? Unless you have like God tier intuition or the internal gyroscope of a Max or a Lewis or a Senna, like you just don't know. So like you're on edge. And so in this instance, it's better almost for Lando. Do you remember Sochi 21 when Lewis almost used Lando Norris as a guinea pig? Like when it's changing and it's getting wetter every single lap, every single tour, it's really nice for Lando in this instance to be able to use Oscar Piastri down the road to the tune of 50 meters as a guinea pig. If it's wet, then he's gonna have to brake earlier, or he's gonna go off first because he's in front of me. So let me use him as a guinea pig, the hamster, the experimental hamster in the wheel. So I think Lando's. I don't want to say the race is coming to Lando just yet, but Richard, at some point, mate. I will be in the Philippines at some point. Has to be done. Louis going to pass George. I mean, he's in DRS. He's using DRS, but again, it's a clean race championship, right? A qualifying championship. There's really no alternative strategy unless Oscar does a dumb strategy like Hungary. Yeah, agreed. Definitely have to undercut these guys. It's hard to get. There we go. Difficult to overtake around here. Lewis said at the start of the race, didn't he? T-minus 51 laps remaining. 22 laps in the books. McLarens are so far ahead. 1 second. 1 second a lap. Oh, wow. The undercut super. So the undercut will be super powerful on the proviso that the rain doesn't get rainy. That's the issue. That's the risk that comes with this undercut, eh? You're playing your cards and then you're going to have to go on to dries again. And then if it rains, you've wasted yourself a pit stop. Charles Leclerc is in. See what Charles puts on. No one's going into us for now. It's going to be 10 laps worth of tippy toes, hards, anticipating a one-stopper. Incredible that Max Verstappen's done 22 laps on these soft compound tyres, by the way. I think they're looking to hang it out, hoping. I look at the rain on the camera. It's rainy. Fudge! Lewis Hamilton safety car. Lewis Hamilton yeets it off for crying out loud. Lewis Lance strolls it into the thing. And now look, Max Verstappen and everybody's going to pile in, eh? This is the issue. Safety car time. What tyres do you come out for? Fudge sake, Lewis. Bad mistake. And he was getting his circumstance. He prayed for rain. And when the rain came, that's when he botched it. Who's going to get... Right, so Oscar, I think they've got a double stack here. They will have to... flipping Norris, DW. They've got a double stack this time round. Otherwise, if they don't double stack, they're screwing over Lando big time. Nice stop for Oscar. 2.6. A bit slow. 2.6 again. Oh, shoot. Lando. No, they flopped it. 4.5 seconds for Lando. Oh, Charles Leclerc is the biggest loser. Crofty's right. McLaren antics. Not of consequence, though. Max Verstappen in the pit for a cheeky discounted safety car pit stop. They put mediums on there. Put the tyres on, Red Bull. What are you doing? Where's Jonathan Wheatley? For crying out loud. 3.4 seconds. Have you got seconds to spare? Bloody Nora. George Russell again, a slow-ish pit stop. 2.8 seconds. Tragic for Alonso. Rookie mistake. Exactly what Nasha... What did Nasha just say? Mate. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Macon. In the Netherlands of all play. Flipping Nora Lewis. Mate, listen. Father Time is undefeated, undisputed. Oh, for fudge's sake. That's a little bit unlucky. This helps Max, 100%. 100%. Oh my gosh. White lines are a pain in the wet. What happens to the white lines? If you put... They're alright, you can Lewis picking up the bloody front wing. That image is going to be viral, right? Go around the world. It's emblematic of something. Honestly, Jonathan Wheatley would have done it himself. 100% bear understeer, says I know. It's not good, but he's been a bit ambitious, hasn't he? Can't believe this, says Michael W. Picker. We said at the start of the season, yeah, that Father Time is undefeated, undisputed. Oh, the humanity anvil, for real, for real. And people said that was it was heresy. It was heresy to state the obvious. This favours Lando Norris, by the way. Look at this. Oh, and Maximilian Verstappen. Max is going to have to stop again, though. Lando asking if the front drap man was out or was all right. Go on then. So we talked about Lewis at the start of the year. As a sensible F1 fan, before I'm a Sir Lewis Hamilton fan, I will shoot straight. The muggles and the extremists can say whatever they want, that Lewis Hamilton is the best that they've ever seen. That might not be wrong. But to pretend as if Father Time doesn't exist, that Father Time isn't undefeated, undisputed, is absolutely stupid. Just because you love the driver doesn't mean that they can't fall foul to the things that every human ever in human history, let alone F1, has ever fall foul. Who won the last race at 40 years? I don't even know. Alain Prost won at 39. Nigel Mansell won a race at 39. They were all in the 90s. Michael Schumacher would have won a race in Monaco, but for some fortuitous circumstances or lack thereof. Alonso would have won in Monaco, but for Aston Martin fudging his pit stop over and choosing the wrong tyres at 41. Mate. Sad, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you at this point. And the joke is, the underlying is that he was getting closer to Charles Leclerc, but now he keeps making mistakes. Overthinking again in the barrier. Mother Time got loser. What you can't beat. There is no beating time. Can someone donate some excuses to Lewis Hamilton? I'm running at TWM. There are none. I'll tell you what you want to do though, chat. Rewind back this time 12 months ago and have a look at those people, not just content creators, but journos and bloody F1 aficionados that were saying that Lewis Hamilton was going to go gangbusters in 2025. He's the best ever. He'll go, telling you, and then you'll see, because the evidence is out there. You can go back and watch the tapes. Like, optimism doesn't win championships. You know what I mean? Instagram posts and engagements don't win races, and they definitely don't win championships. If anything, they come with an extra bit of pressure, for which there will be a lap time deficit. In fact, so like, what are you going to do? Difficult years for Lewis Hamilton fans. Lewis just had understeer on a wet patch. But the problem is, though, chat. Della, I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on, Eddie? The problem is, suck a drink. Della, there's a story to that. I'll explain it to you. The problem is, if you've ever driven wet, especially in karting, oh my God, especially in karting when it's on, the Japman falls over. Go on then, chat. If it rains a little bit more and Max is on them medians. Is it raining? Still not. Still safety car conditions. OJP teeing up a safety car restart. So here's the problem. If you're in karting, particularly when you're always on slicks, even if it's like monsoon conditions, you put a wheel on the white stuff. You gone? Oh, OJP's gone. Fudge cake. OJP caught Lando sleeping even. I think Max, look at this, Max is right on Nando's tail. Max was sleeping. Oh, George Russell on Hajar. It's tight. It's tight. Bravo, Lando, for a decent restart there, mate. Although he's closer to Max. Oh no, Liam's fudged. What's happened to Lawson? Careful, Hajar. Jackman broke Oscar's front wing. No, yes. Oh, the way he dropped back under, that's true. Carlos gonna cry as always. No. Max on Lando. Lawson puncher potentially. What happened there? They'll show us a replay shortly, I'm sure. Go on, the Maximilian Verstappen. Are they going to open DRS though? It's not wet enough to disallow for DRS. No. We in this together. Together we will overcome, Neil. Mate, I don't know. Disappointing, but not easy, man. How many have tried and failed to bring their championships erstwhile over to... What happened to Max there? Max was right on Lando, and then all of a sudden Lando's just blazed the track. Lando's quick around here, I think, is the Aesop's fable. He's quick. Be right back. Hungry, gonna throw back. You're a legend, Tony, of course, mate. Sainz and Lawson are down. This is true. They must have collided into each other, right? Most likely. Circuit is trash. Behave yourself, Tarek. Surely. Oh, yes, somebody has been off. Look at the bloody dust on the track. What's going on there? I tell you what, they need to clear that up quickly, because if that dust starts to get wet, there's only one way that goes. And it's right on the racing line as well. Maybe that's how Sainz and Lawson came together potentially. I'm hypothesizing here. T-minus 45 laps remaining, 28 laps in the books, 72 lap race. Oscar Piastri leads post safety car. Decent race restart from the Aussie. Last tour on a 114.6. Liam Lawson comes into the pits. What's happened here? A puncture rear left. Putting on, oh my gosh, and tinkering. That reminds me, tinkering with the bloody wishbones. That reminds me of Damon Hill in '94, right? When Damon came in the pits on board with Carlos Sainz just to see that incident. Alex Albon's gonna. Oh, Liam, you can't do that, mate. Liam is just clumsy. You can't do that, Liam. You must always leave a space. You must always leave a space. I'm about to have Gabby with another incident. Lance. Oh my gosh, Science says he's just so stupid. Oh my God. He's so stupid. Oh my God. You must always leave a space. You must always leave a space. So Lewis was slower than Russell in a mag. It's delusional to think they would go to Ferrari and be quicker than Charles. It's not about being quicker at this point, is it? We're talking about a difference in extents and not kinds. Do you know what I mean? If it was like, if Charles was finishing 5th every race and Lewis was in 6th or 7th, it'd be different. But Lewis is DNFing now and not making it through out of Q1 and all this other stuff. So it's a difference in extents and not kind. Bad run though. Everybody has poor form from time to time, right? Maybe he'll get out of it. I hope he gets out of it because it's not... Maybe he might want to focus, as he's put forth, just on F1 for a couple of years and sack off all. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire, nearly billionaire. So what does he need for some like Fanatec store opening? Oh, but Cameron, he's got to have a life. Well, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to go to the gulag and just beat Peter D. Windsor. Mention her name. Just be a racing driver. I mean, like in the times when he could set blisteringly quick laps, he could pull them out of his AWS, then that's a different thing, right? But if you're struggling, sometimes you've got to go to the... I've got to go to the gulag over the next year. There's no partying or raving. I'm not going to sit like... I've got to go to the gulag. There's things that I need to do, and there's a tax to be paid for it, euphemistically speaking. And I only get this from Mama Cat. This is why I'm so harsh on Lewis, because I love the chap, and he's provided me some of my best, most scintillating moments over the past 10 years in Formula One. But I've got to be harsh on the chap. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see him out. I don't want to. Not now. In the barrier again, chap. I don't want to. I want to see him win races. Leclerc's generation or just had too much baggage. Alonso still naturally says estúpido. It's the Spanish, the Romance language proclivity that is Kaori. This rarely exists like that. It's always theta. Estúpido is the word, I think, if I recall, in Spanish. That's why Alonso pronounced it like that, not to make excuses for it. Utterly embarrassing for Red Bull that baby Red Bull is just as... I know, it's not looking good, is it? And Brie, 500 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like. If you like the stream, take a second and like the stream. Por favor. Spanish sound the same to me. How rude, Daniel. You must always leave Earth base. Always. Always. Your runners and riders, virtual safety cars been deployed. Your runners and riders with T-minus 42 laps left on the docket are Oscar Piastri leading, dominating, some may say bloody Nora, another part of a car on a track. What are we doing? Come on, stewards. Chop chop, lads. Piastri, 115.2 last tour, leads from Lando and Norris, virtual safety car circumstance for the avoidance of doubt. Maximilian Verstappen on mediums, by the way, he's going to have to stop again. Methinks there's no way that he can do 41 laps on those. Hajar, expecting, by the way, probably another safety car. Get another discounted. We would try and go to the end on this, is what Lando's being told. Our decision would be if to add another pit stop. Oof, under safety car. Oof, don't hate it. Mike Tyson sounds like a spat. True. But it's the theta that would trip them up. Go on, love. Fair play. Mate, 15 minutes of fame, bless her. Fair play. Let's go, Tarek. We'll get there in the end, mate. Some elbow grease. Although your boy's meant to be going on holiday. I don't know what I'm going to do. Whether you guys are going to be without videos for 5 days. Can you guys survive if I don't post for 5 days? Or do I need to do something? Do I need to get some mobile mics and me? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Oof. Go on then, Charles. Careful, Charles. Charles and George touch. I mean, Charles had enough, eh? I don't hate it from Charles. That's aggressive, ruthless, but sometimes you gotta go somewhere, eh? Sometimes you got to get someplace. Although George, look at George, he's like, no thanks. Moving around in the braking zone again, Charles. This feels like a generational beef. George is going to show him, isn't he? Look at that. Switcheroo. George is very angry. Look at him. He's fuming. Don't you remember last race, Charles, when you were moving around then? Is what George would be saying inside that helmet. George is going to go for him now. Watch. Watch. If you don't think George is a killer, watch in a minute. If George has it pace enough to have a bite back at Charles, easy G. Watch George in a minute. He doesn't suffer fools gladly. Put a 2 in the chat if you cannot survive 5. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I might take a cheeky sabbatical and make a promise to you that we're doing 2 videos a day shortly thereafter for the next 365. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Oof. Just looking at this move of Shaw. It's pushy, isn't it? But he never leaves that space. Ryan, you're a legend. I appreciate you. Ryan Autovan. Let's go. Great name. What these stewards did. I think he was alongside enough to earn himself some space. That looked minded me of Monza 21 there. I mean, he wasn't fully off track. He had two wheels. He was briefly. It's touch and go this. Go on then, stewards. Deal us out some inconsistency cards, why don't you? Charles Leclerc was mad, man. He was fuming. I mean, sometimes you got to get someplace, eh? Tax to be paid. Fire-breathing F1 drivers, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? Can't gain an advantage in a gravel. FFS. I hear you. Penalty George and not Charles. What? Behave. Charles will have to give that back. It's techie, isn't it, Neil? So can you tell me in the chat, George is such a whiny Umar says bumper cars. Bumper cars are in carnival chat. It's true. It's true. But sometimes you got to get some. Tell me, March, that you wouldn't pull a maneuver off like that. Just like that. If you were frustrated behind another driver. So we have a clear track. Safety car's gone, of course, or virtual safety car's gone. Oscar Piastri is dominating this race thus far. They're asking me about the weird way that I drink. The Genesis story, it's not open. You see that? The Genesis story of that is at a grammar school, they wouldn't let us take drinks into class. So we used to partially crack the can and smuggle them into class inside of our blazer. That's what used to happen. But in order to do that, we couldn't. It would spill if we opened it properly. And ever since then, your boy, as paying homage to a previous life, doesn't crack cans. I'm a Neanderthal man. That's why. Do you know what I mean? Got no breeding. F1 sucks. Mama Cameron, I'm sorry. I do have breeding, but I pretend sometimes as if I do not. Charles probably needs to give that. Of course, he needs to give that back, Kyrie. But I think they might. Okay, put on your steward's cap, and if you want some racing, what will you do? You'll ask Charles to give it back so they can do over, right? Irrespective of what the rules say. That's what the FIA are going to do. With the field spread, it's unlikely there'll be opportunities. Our best bet is to just go get him straight out race. Oof. Oh, I do that. I never crap my... Do you do that, Kaori? You see that great rides? It's a mad one. You got to clean the can first, of course, but... I don't know. That's mad. Definitely has to be done. And you know what's even more annoying than that, Corey? When you accidentally crack the can fully open. Mama Cameron is a legend, Etro. She's a legend, a proper legend. We would be nothing, but for our old Earths. Put a poll up for what, Tarek? Let me know what poll you want. For the videos. In fact, I'm going to put a poll up now. Go on then. Joke poll. We're going to get it. 400 of you watching Cody. Do me a favour. Smash the like, please. You look like a giraffe when you... Money shot. I do not care. I wish I did care. It's annoying, KO. I tell you what, it really upsets me. Really upsets me when I don't want it to. 77% say you guys will live if I go on holiday for 5 days. You'll get a couple of videos. Obviously, you'll get Mr. Windsor tomorrow. And you'll get a couple of Mr. Windsor shorts. I might just spread the shorts across the whole week. That might be a plan, eh? Be a quiet 5 days. It will be a quiet 5 days. But my promise to you guys shortly thereafter is that we're going 2 a day, punctual for the next 365 days. Cameron. Alonso is fuming. Go on then, let's do runners and riders. 500 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Your runners and riders, T minus 35 laps remaining. What? Mate, that happened quickly. Past halfway distance, 38 laps in the books, 72 lap race. Oscar Piastri leads from Lando Norris, or Norris 2.0. Look at he's gapping him. 1.5 seconds in the delta between the McLaren guys. Oof. Good deal with your haircut face. Let's undercut these people or do something. Alonso's fuming. He can't get round. He's got slower cars ahead of him. Go on, take a holiday, man. Kyle, you're a legend. I think I'm going to need the video with Nash. I don't know what Nash is doing. I haven't spoken to Nash in a while, to be fair, but I'm sure we'll reconvene rivalries at some point. I tell you what, imagine here's the problem with Nash's shoulders. He's a legend and he's always been my brother, but like he's how am I going to get Nash on now and not be a bully with Sir Lewis doing what he's doing? How would we even? I don't even want to. I don't want to talk to any Sir Lewis Hamilton fans because it looks like I'm punching. I told you so. How else is that conversation going to go? So I don't know. I don't want to be a prat about it. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to come in here and do a big "I told you so." Lewis Hamilton is foot. No, I can't do it. Cameron's off to Turkey. Jay Monkey, you think I have that sort of money to go to Turkey? I'd go to Turkey on a holiday, but no hair transplant money just yet. I don't think. Cameron, how dare you go on holiday? You might run out of your commentating talent on your first race back, just like what happened. Oh no, Javar, you sound like Baxter and shows. Get in the sim, Cameron. Avoid that. Do positive video. That's what I'm saying, Max. There is an angle there. There is an angle, but I don't want to be a classless prick, quite frankly. Kicking a man when he's down. I see some people. Like, you want me to tell you the truth? When Max is struggling, I see some people doing the bloody celebrate. Oh, Max is rubbish. I'm like, what? Oh, Sir John, you're too kind, sir. Sir John, genuinely, I appreciate you, mate. Like massively, far too kind. And I'll treat Mrs. Cam and young Cameron Jr. to something. I appreciate you, mate. But I see some content creators and some F1 aficionados more broadly. Every time Max doesn't win, it's like, oh, I told you Max is SH1T and that he's a fast car merchant. All the while doing one of these when he bloody puts it on pole in Suzuka and at the British Grand Prix and Saudi Arabia Jeddah Corniche as if like those things didn't happen. And I think were I to do that, you guys would like me less. Were I to be like, rah, rah. I don't want to do it. It would be classless of me to come out and do the victory tour I told you about, Sir Lewis Hamilton. Hey Cam, do you partake in any motorsport activities? Frank, I used to a lot. I used to be at Daytona. There's a karting franchise in the UK called Daytona. I used to be there a lot. There was a couple of years there where I was there every weekend. Daytona Sandown, Daytona Milton Keynes. Ollie Behrman was around Daytona Sandown recently. Rye House is another good one. So karting mostly. And then I've done a few laps around Silverstone in my time in fast road cars, GTRs and 360s and 430s. Oh wow, Russell told let Antonelli go. But what happened to the investigation? Surely Mercedes, in doing that, have let Charles Leclerc off. Thought maybe the investigation's been closed by now. It's been a while. Lived in Daytona Beach for a few years. Lando going to shoot. He's shot 1.2. Going to have to do something. He's got to get in that DRS right. 32 laps remaining. Swap for Merck. Safak incredible. George will not be too pleased. George will be raging in that helmet now. He'll be like, you heard him, like, okay, whatever. King George is washed, says John K. I don't know about that. I rate George highly. There's a couple of people on the grid that I think could, if Max doesn't have his Weetabix, could challenge Max over the course of 24 races. And I think those chaps have a name. You have OJP, Charles Leclerc, less so potentially, but he's got the pace. And I think you've got to put George in there as well. Lifestyle changes. Roshak, you're a legend. Is Melman going Turkey? No, Roshak. I don't care that much. And honestly, I don't care that much. I'll sort it out with diet, hopefully, and exercise. I don't, not yet anyway. At some point, maybe I do care enough and then go to but bloody transplants always look weird, don't they? No. You rate KJR as well. It's not bad. He's a killer. Go and ask Jack Aitken. Jack Aitken. I always forget which. Commentators be like, Norris needs to put the pressure on Piastri and cause him to use up his tyres. I don't hate that. 1.6 seconds. I feel like Oscar's been managing now. You're going to need more than 0.2 as far as a time delta to pass and overtake and stick the overtake on Oscar Piastri at Zandvoort. Context is key. I don't think he even needs to push a little bit. He doesn't want Lando to get in his DRS. What's the bet? What's the betting that it stays around here, 1.2, 1.3 for the remaining 30 laps? Don't do the die roll. It's a conversation, mate. When I don't get the die, it doesn't look very good, especially on camera. If you're on camera every day, Will, it's tacky. We could have a convo about it at some point. We don't want penalties. Bloody Nora. Oscar's weakest track. I have no idea how he took pole around here. He's never been good. So we talked about this earlier. There's a couple of things. So Oscar said himself that he improved rather than fight fires around the long duration, medium, low speed turns that so epitomise Zandvoort. He improved on his corners, the high speed stuff around here. He focused on those. And in the second instance, there were fortuitous circumstances. If you take a look at the ghost cam between Oscar and Lando's lap, you can see that out of turn 40, the final turn going into the home straight, or start finish, Lando got it. Lando nailed it. But Oscar Piastri came back at him because of one or two things, potentially a bit of both. Long distance tow and a change in wind. So I think Oscar was quite lucky to drop it on pole. But you know, I don't think it matters. I think Oscar would have stolen his lunch money anyway into turn one. I think Norris revealed his hand early in practice. He always does, Franz. I think he needs to do that. I think he needs to play his way into the degree. He builds a weekend very differently to OJP. 1.2 the delta between the McLaren pairing, Oscar in first, and Lando aka Dustin from Stranger Things in second. Any proper rain coming, chat? No, not for now. I feel like it's dried up. Kaori, the Red Bull is horrible. Because of George, friends with FIA. He's a politician, isn't he, George? I don't hate it. Oh, the humanity. What do you guys think about these new views? They're leveraging the F1 movie, aren't they? Anything they can do, we can do better. Beg, borrow and steal is what they're doing. I don't hate it. Oscar's a master of adaptation. I need more T-cam though. What happened to that? I don't know if this enhances being on board in the cockpit. I want to see the T-cam. I want to see what it looks like. What's the point? Norris is faster. He is faster. I think he's faster around here, full star. Long duration, short, slow speed. Long duration, short speed, slow speed. Low minimum speed, excuse me. Slow speed is a pet peeve. Slow speed. Why not just slow? Why use two words when you can use one? Let them, Michael. It's only getting funnier. Could barely pass Yuki. Oscar started on pole and leads by a second. Settled with the glazing, serial glazers. I mean, doing what he needs to do, to be fair to him, Michael. Just a little bit. Why does he need to destroy the field? It's the old Fangio principle, right? You win. The goal as a strategic objective is not to win the race by like 2 miles and destroy everyone, do a Senna in Monaco or anything. The goal is to win a race using as little effort as possible, right? Exacting the least tax mechanically from the car as possible. I think that's the goal. I've long always agreed with Fangio on that. I think Fangio is right. You want to win by like half a second if you can, or a second because of DRS. I don't think you want to destroy all of the field, because then you got to answer reliability questions. Et al. Why absorb any unnecessary risk? No, you shouldn't. Stewards will have to give Charles a 5-second penalty at most. No, I think they'll let it go. I think Mercedes took their foot off of that pedal, right? So John, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much. Out here donating, members. If you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab. I will post up a newsletter a little bit later, and you guys will get priority in the chat, of course, when we have the lives. Emojis, Discord link on the community tab as well. Science's 10-second penalty. I don't know how he's got that. From Liam Lawson, behave. Lando won't have a gap. What did Carlos got that for? He can't have got it for the Liam Lawson overtake. You must always leave space, particularly if the defender is 2/3 alongside your car. Old school. Forget being alongside. That's insanely much. Who has Carlos Sainz cheesed off in the FI? That's insane, KO. I don't understand. Why would they give him a penalty for that? What did he do? Apart from nothing, try and overtake somebody around the outside. Oh, the new rules are that you got to be alongside, right? Even if you are around the outside. And he was 2/3. He was old rules. Chaos. Absolute chaos. I disagree with Formula One. This very unique brand of F1 snowflakery. I disagree. It's not good. Go on then, you runners and riders. 1.5 seconds in the delta between the McLaren drivers. OJP in first, Lando Norris in second, Oscar Piastri circa a 1/10 quicker than his teammate last tour. Behind them you've got Max Verstappen in third, last tour on a 1:14.9 rounded. Hadjar behind him in the Racing Bulls leads from Charles Leclerc, Antonelli, George Russell of Kingsley in Norfolk, Albon in 8th, Stroll in 9th, Ocon in 10th. T minus 24 laps remaining. We are rounding third base. I want to see a podium for Hadjar. I don't hate that, but can you imagine he overtakes Max Verstappen? You must be joking. You better lose yourself, Monsters Ball. Carlos, not the smooth operator anymore. What's he doing? I thought he was going to destroy Alex Albon. Meanwhile, Alex Albon yet again in a point scoring 8th position. And Carlos Sainz is nowhere. Sainz with a penalty and he's still ahead of Lawson. I know that I don't know what's the point? Good game, easy G, and that, yeah. That cannot be the pen as Max intentionally eating King George. I mean, consistency though, Kayori. Consistency. No, KO, no chance. No chance. This is not F1. This is 1F. Just listen to Lewis. My pace was pretty decent. I was catching George. I had the pace of the cars ahead. I just made a mistake. It's very unusual of me, says Lewis, not to finish a race and go out so early. It's true. Very early. He's not wrong. Michael, see the problem? You're going to pit and overtake for, I know you're saying it tongue in cheek, I think, but if you're going to pit, then you need to kind of do it earlier than now, because you'll need more than 22 laps or whatever to take advantage of those fresh tyres. And I don't think he's got any fresh softs or mediums even left to go. I doubt. Carlos wants to have a cheeky chat. He does. It's not good. And they keep talking about him going back to Ferrari. Not no more. They're not. They wouldn't have him. Take Ollie Behrman over. And I love me some Carlos Sainz. Do you know what I mean? But looking at Alonso bearing down on the gearbox of Nico Hülkenberg. Funny old Grand Prix this. Look at Alonso goes at the inside. Look at that. Hülkenberg takes a bit of a V line. So Hülkenberg's teeing up an overtaking manoeuvre on Bortoletto in front of him. Oh, wow. He's not paying attention. No, he's got Alonso snaking him. And he hasn't checked his wing mirrors. You've got to be careful here, Hülkenberg, that in trying to set up a manoeuvre on Bortoletto a couple moves down the road, that he doesn't see the position to Fernando Alonso. The F1 peddler snake and wily old fox that the Spaniard is, man from Oviedo, Asturias. We can go to bed now, except we get another safety car. I don't hate it. 40 don't matter. Give him the right car. I don't hate it, Ryan. But he was talking this the other day about bloody Benson in assessing for the performance this year of Lewis Hamilton. He says, the problem is when you get old is that you, in addition to losing a tenth or two, Alonso ran the outside of Hülkenberg, fair play. Nico's just said, well, whatever, mate, have it. The problem when you get to 40 in a young man's game like F1, where things are always changing, is that you need to be adaptable, right? It's not the strongest of the species that survives, but the most adaptable to change. And adaptability at the age of 40 years old is something of an oxymoron, is it not? Do you know what I mean? A juxtaposition, no, a contradiction in terms. Your synapses don't fire the same when you're 40 years old. It's hard. I see it myself every day. Like, I'm not even joking. First-hand evidence. Like, TikTok, what's that? I don't know what's going on. This is a brand new world in which we live, and it's really difficult as an old bod or middle-aged bod to adapt to it. It's really, really hard. Someone get that easy. Yeah, I think it's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. Easy. I agree with you. Got to get 18 points right. 9 points plus the 7, 16 points. It's not the end of the world, right? The problem is, I swear, this is what you can hear. Oscar Piastri, he keeps leaking and drip feeding his howls and whys, the ways he expects to win this championship. Consistency, not for consistency's sake, not for nothing, but consistently quick in the critical, when it's clutch. That's what he wants to do, and that's the way I think he's going to beat Lando Norris, because Lando's too up and down, and in the clutch times, Lando will sack off the start, and there's things that he's got to work on, and he's too, I don't know. Whereas Oscar Piastri is here, not going anywhere. T minus 21 laps remain. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. 500 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour. It's already guaranteed though, you get it. Easy G. I see you. a C, but I don't think it's worth the risk. There's always risk, right? You pit and like they mess up the pit stop, or you're going to come out behind Max. Do you want the harassment of overtaking Max again? Charles Leclerc's willing to take a risk here from 5th. Go on then. Pits from 5th. 18 seconds behind the lead. Let's see where he ends up. Higher or lower than 18 seconds. He's got to do some overtaking now, isn't he? Got to overtake George again. He's got to overtake Albon again. I don't know. I think that's ambitious. Carlos Sainz in the pit also. Go on then, Michael. Easy G. We're going to see... oh my God. There comes with that risk, Easy G. Michael. With that, there comes with risk. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not pit Lando Norris if indeed you're trying to optimise for winning a championship. Do you see, TWM, you see what we're doing here? With all of these risky moves, there comes what? Risk. Don't do it, Lando. Stay out, chap. Because then you get in. Look at them and they're bringing him in. Fuck. Oh, safety car. Safety car. Fair play. I know. Oscar. Oh, no. Oscar, slow stop. They've double stat Oscar and Lando. Oh, my gosh. Max Verstappen's pit as well. He's all right. Lando's all right. That's why, chat. There is risk. I'll give myself a pat on the back for that. There is risk. You go in and you put on bloody new tyres and there's loads of upside, but that always comes with risk. And there it is. Like, I'm quite happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Insight. I remember a couple of years ago, Paul Ricard, Paul di Resta, bloody Nora, both Scuderia Ferraris out. Insane. Absolutely insane. What a joke. Leclerc had to beat because Antonelli pitted the lap before. Mate, salient poise that he comes with. Keep him out, whatever, innit? Track position. I don't know. Double retirement, same corner. What are we doing here? Unbelievable. It's a bit ambitious. Kimi's fault. Too ambitious. Look at this. The bank. Charles Leclerc echoes my sentiments. That was unnecessary. The tyres felt good, for crying out loud. Comes with risk, these things. You don't just pit. It's not upside like that. It doesn't work. This is an F1. No, it's Kimi Raikkonen, Freudian slip. Absolutely Antonelli's fault. But why would you take the risk? Leave him out, track position, let him fight it. They keep on making him take these risks as if... Anyway, you know what? T-minus 18 laps remaining. What's the point? Frustrating Scuderia Ferrari. You put him on the same piece of track as Antonelli. Unnecessary chaos. Like, what for? We were just saying, this is why you don't pit Lando there, because he's got to come out and he's got to overtake people and do all this other... And all of that, with all of that comes risk. You run those simulations 100 times and more than one will result in tears. A non-zero risk. A material one. What a joke. They've got on my nerves now, Ferrari. I don't say it like... And he's stupid. He's just stupid. Antonelli's bit. I know he's a young gun, right? He's a virgin. It's his first night, like his work experience. Antonelli. What else do you expect? Genuinely, what else do you expect? And now you've got to fight for first because OJP's got to fend off Lando. But critically, they're both on medium. No, they're both on hards. That's all they had left. Remember when they did that to Max a while back? Look at this. Chat, you seen this? Max Verstappen on soft compound tyres. Hang on a second. How old are those softs? 4-lap old softs. Oh, the humanity. Max Verstappen with 18 laps remaining. 4-lap old softs. Norris and Piastri on 2-lap-old hard tyres. Oof! Oof! Let's have a look at this race restart, eh? They'll fall off quickly. But, I mean, Max did how many laps? 22 laps on the softs first time round. We have a tyre offset. Rorschach, you're a legend, breaking Toto with a new request for 200 meter, 200 million. Yeah, 100 million. Right, okay. Sometimes you got to get... I think this is the problem in F1. I was listening to... I tell you what, when I was on the way up to Birmingham for Mama Cameron's birthday celebrations, I was listening on the radio and there was so... Well, this is them, literally. Harry Benjamin and his colour commentator. With 17 laps remaining, currently, Oscar Piastri leads from Lando Norris. Max Verstappen. It was so here. I was like, I needed to stay awake in the car, and that wasn't helping. Cure for insomnia. Yes, and what you've got to consider is so here. So this is why, sadly, for those guys and girls, old world media, your boy's going to do something different on here, and you're going to see something. I mean, who watches a Grand Prix race like that that's like this with all these crashes? It's just like, yes, because what you've got to understand is that stoicism and the fact that get that old world media. God hates Ferrari fans. This is a spicy race, 100%. Particularly now that you've got Max Verstappen on softs, and those two in front of him got a safety car, and them two papaya-coloured cars in front of him on hards. 10 seconds only for Kimi. Behave yourself, bro. Max, you have nothing to fight for. Why are you ruining it? Mate, Easy G. You know why. KO, you're a legend. Jacques Villeneuve changed the engineers for... True. But I don't think he was meaning that. He was talking about the race engineers, wasn't he? Jacques, I feel it needs to be a bit precise with his language. Cameron, you yourself call him modern day Jean lazy. How come an inexperienced driver like Antonelli come out and not crash, but Leclerc can crash because he's young? Not that, listen, it's still a bad mistake, don't get it twisted in absolute terms, but it's a mistake. T minus 17 laps. It's his first. Give the chap a break. I would argue, who made more mistakes in their first season, Charles or Antonelli? Non-rhetorical question, to which I know not the answer. 500 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. We have safety car conditions. We have 16. Imagine if rain comes as well. Oh, the humanity. Sonoda-san complaining about power, that he's only got 40%. How many laps of safety car? 2 to 3. More laps? I don't know. I think they're going over a couple of laps. It will take them a while. Bloody Nora. Lapped cars overtaking. Hamilton watching in the garage with Vietnam. Abu Dhabi flashbacks. France. George, you have to race with Max next year. Ooh, Rorschach. In all likelihood. Can you imagine if Lewis had just stayed out? Where would he be now? 6th, potentially. Olivia Panis, 1996, Monaco settings. The question is, where will come out if I pit? Where will I come out if I pit? And how much? They say, look, Edgar, I'll put it this way: you can buy lottery tickets all you want, right? And you may win, even though the probability isn't high. But what you've got to, it's not your winnings. It's not your capital appreciation in absolute terms, right? It's your risk-weighted capital gains. How much risk are you taking to get to those gains? And that's why some of these drivers and teams, more pertinently, they don't take that into account, right? How much risk are you absorbing for these gains? Look at Max Verstappen. Oh my gosh. OJP's queued them up. Oh my gosh, he's stacked them up. OJP goes... Oh, this is tight. Lando Norris. I don't think he's jumped them very well here. Oh my gosh. Max Verstappen is looking to steal the lunch money of Lando Norris. He's close. Look at this, chat. Oh no. Max Verstappen into turn 1. Oh no. Max Verstappen goes wide into turn 1. Deliberately so, though, so he can get on the accelerator quicker. He's setting up Lando Norris. Look how close he is. Oh no. Lando, defend for your life, son. Max Verstappen is coming. There's a price to be paid here. Oh, It's down the straight, isn't it, next time round? I don't think it needs DRS. Oh, Lando, drive for your life. We need 15 qualifying laps, Lando Norris. Lest you want for a Maximilian Verstappen to steal your lunch money, good sir. T-minus 15 laps remaining. Oh, the humanity. How'd y'all not doing too badly, eh? Fourth. Don't hate it. The Delta currently half a second. If Maximilian Verstappen can hang in there until there is DRS, then oh, the humanity, we have ourselves. But we need to do it early because it's soft compound tyres, and the speed differential that he carries in his favour is offset by the rate at which those tyres will fall off, particularly if he hangs around too long in the dirty area of Lando Norris. The gap between Norris and Maximilian Verstappen, 0.8. Oscar Piastri already goes down the road. 1.2 seconds. He's already out of DRS range. Have we got the 3 laps? DRS and it's enabled. Can Maximilian Verstappen? The big question then is for second place, right? Can Max stay in the DRS of Lando Norris 1 lap more without DRS to where he gets it? McLaren is too. Yeah, 1 second a lap, maker. What? Just 1 second a lap. It's ridiculous. Go on, Max. Go on, Max. Stay in there, chap. He's got 14. I think the most likely outcome, if Max can get this done, then I don't think he'll be able to hold off Lando towards the end of the race. Oh, he's outside the DRS already. Look at that. So Blitzkrieg is Lando Norris, and Lando's gone into the DRS of Oscar. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. So Max outside. It looks like the battle for second is gone, but the battle for first is absolutely on. But he'll need more delta, won't he? He'll need about a second. He'll need an Oscar Piastri. He's like flipping Norris, Sonoda-san. Chill out, fella. Chill out, mate. You needed Bortoletto to get. If I had Bortoletto, I'd be on the radio there about Sonoda-san. It's a bit close, Yuki. What are we doing? Touch and go. Bloody Nora, easy G. 0.5 is the delta. OJ, tyres. Tyre management, Oscar. Don't give this away, chap. Lando, easy G. Flipping Nora. All right, here's what Lando needs to do here. He's got to get this. Don't hang around in there for 13 laps you've got. But you can't afford to bide your time because every lap that you spend in the dirty air of Oscar Piastri, this is a clean air championship, sir. And so it's going to get tacky. Oscar problems? I don't think so. Oh, the lizard people. So for Oscar problems, I think he's all right, but I think Lando's a bit quicker around here than him. But he's turned it up now, look. 1.0 outside of DRS now. Huh. He could have done with that DRS, could he? Lando. Come off the hammer, come off the man. Oscar nailed it. Look at that. Oh, OJP got to get him out of there. Did it straight away, Kaori. Imagine. Normal. As if it were nothing. Doing Leclerc dirty. I don't think it had anything to do with Leclerc necessarily. It wasn't Leclerc's fault. It was Ferrari for pitting him and absorbing unnecessary risk. Why? Daniel says the only way Max can take P2 is if the McLaren boys fight. True. Could happen as well, although they're quite nice. Look at that. Gaps. Max Verstappen to the tune of 2.8 seconds. It's only been 2 laps since safety car. When they go hard, just go down the road. Yeah, Piastri's put his foot down, hasn't he? That pitch shot was epic with Leclerc sitting on the hill with the cars passing. It's the one of, I tell you one, the one that will live long in my memory is the picture of Lewis picking up the front wing. Pathetic fallacy, Annie. That was almost Shakespearean in its tragedy. Brother McLaren's prancing donkey attire. Yeah. It's what the whatless Kaori. Whatless is not good enough. Brother McLaren is such a rocket. They're quick. Double brake. That they're running smaller brake. That's driver of the day. Go on then, friends. We're gonna get that vote out since you asked for it. Edgar, I appreciate you, mate. makes me happy to hear that you guys incorporate me into your or us, the channel and the community, into your daily routines. Driver of the day. Go on, you guys let me know the driver of the day. This smacks of Olivier Panis at Monaco in 96. Battle of attrition, right? You guys let me know who the driver of the day is there for. Piastri has this in the bag, I know. It's the qualifying championships chat. Do you know how much quicker Lando Norris would need to be around here than Oscar to make and stick an overtaking manoeuvre? It's not too tense. It's much more than that. I bet Lando will say after the race, Costa was just faster. He's got to keep himself up though, Lando. He can't be too... It's not the time to be too negative. He's got to keep his head in the game. But then look, next race, Italian Grand Prix Monza. Why no Max driver today? See if you can make the case. You can make the case because ultimately I'm looking to John, you're a legend. Matt's on softs, McLaren on hards, still no competition. The disparity is ridiculous, John. So John, I'm telling you, it's nuts. Why no Max in driver of the day? Because ultimately he's held off Hadjar, sadly. I mean, Hadjar was going kind of and did just enough to score major points. He's the driver of the day for me. I don't hate it. Driver of the day, Max, but people expect Gopa for true. Fair play, Michael. Could I put Max in driver of the day? I'm not sure I could put Max in there ahead of any one of those other buds. Albon up 9 places. Behrman up 9 places. Stroll up 10 places. Hadjar fighting for 4th. Go back and look at the gaps. It's disgusting. Oh, rain. 3 laps time. Here's hoping, mate. Here's hoping it. 3 laps time, yeah. T-6. Here's hoping, or T-9 even. Rain will come in T-6. In T-3. 6 laps remaining. Driver of the day. If he keeps it into the end, they're easily Hadjar. I'd go. I second Hadjar. How is Stroll ahead of Alonso? No clue. Insane. How is Stroll ahead of... I think Lance has gone long. I'll be honest. Let me try and find this out. Lando Norris engine problem, it looks like. All eyes on the Delta. 1.8 seconds for due to circumstance or lack thereof. Oh, no, Lando. Oh, no! Fudge cake. What did we talk about, chat? Do you remember we talked about luck and catch up a crawl? All that we've been talking about pre-race was at some point this will even out. There's the DNF and it's Lando Norris. His luck's run out. Austria turn 6. British Grand Prix. Again, a very harsh judgment on Oscar Piastri. Now look, 25 plus 9, 35 points is how the drivers is going to look after this race. That's chaos, chat. 25. But do you remember... Let me tell you this as well. It's ironic. Do you remember Benson said that it could be anywhere between 30 and 40 points, but for the timing of the Miami Grand Prix safety car. Same thing in Imola. The Lando Norris has been holding on by his teeth, the skin of his teeth, that it should be 30 points. Well, it will be 30 points now. Easy G. Chaos. The racing gods are cruel. He doesn't deserve that. 20. Yeah, 34 points. Shoot. 34 points with 9 races. There it is, chat. Do you remember all this gumption, all this nonsense that your boy was talking about? It would be more than 1 race victory. Well, it is 1 race victory now. I'd say that's normalised. I think that not fair. I'm not saying that the racing gods are fair in and of its merits. Just this race, because Lando absolutely deserved the 2nd place. At the very least, he was brilliant flipping Nora, but he's been fortuitous. Everybody kept saying it before this race that fortuitous circumstances has been the gift of it. Oh, Lando, get up, mate. Don't get memed. Don't get memed, Lando. Bless him. Look at him, just devastated. Shades of Mika Hakkinen at Germany in the forest. Just, that could be it. That could be this. Because the problem is he's too consistent. Poor one for EasyG. Oscar, WDC, top that. Look at this. This is the check. This is the Mika Hakkinen race, right? Everybody just on the sidelines, just arms akimbo and that sadness. Look at Tom Stollard. Gutted. Those bloody Mercedes engines. Oh, bless him. Oh, bless him. No, it's fine. Sad times. Bless him. Bless him. Stop stealing my lines, Crofty. I just said it's reminiscent of Hakkinen in the trees at Hockenheim. Behave yourself. That's my line. Stop stealing. Stop stealing from me. David Croft. Hang on. Unbelievable, chat. I feel quite sad. You can't reject. It's done now, though. Look at that. Remember, we said at the start that we were looking to like cheer on Lando to keep Oscar Piastri honest. Well, that's all gone by the wayside now, isn't it? Mini Alan Prost himself, consistency and consistently quick. Props to the fella. He's not been bad, but again, you've got to pour, as you guys are saying, you've got to pour a sip on the concrete for the deceased. But no, don't weep. Wyclef's in a state of sleep thinking about the robbery that we did last week. Money in the bag, banker looked like a drag. R.I.P. F1 Rat, Crackosaurus. Everybody's dialing out already, eh, George? Flipping Nora. Look at the guard. No. Banker looked like a drag. I want to play for Pelicans from here to Baghdad. Go and blast it fast. I think I'm it. Look at that. My girl pinched my hips to see if I still exist. I think not. I sent a letter to my friends. A born-again hooligan, I need to be the king again. Ready or not. They transfer the tyre heat to the engine. Fuck. Agile podium, though. Do you think this means Lando will take bigger? Yeah, he has to. CFV. But I just think the way that Oscar's been driving, I just don't... Cammy's the victim here. His views for the rest of the season just dropped by 30%. Well, let's see, Michael, potentially. If the viewers... I mean, sadly, the gift and the curse of being an F1 content creator is that the views are always going to be a function of how many people are watching Formula 1. So 2021 is going to be gangbusters and everybody was tuned in. This now will be a little bit less so because some people will just be like, I'm not watching. But we'll be here irrespective. Do you know what I mean? We'll be here. Lawson would have P4, P5 if not taken out Chaos. Or if he didn't take himself out, Max. Do you know what I mean? He's got it. Look at my bloody thing all glitchy. Yeah, Luigi. Good song, that. Good song, that. One of the best. As an Oscar fan, I mourn with Lando fans. What a reign to ruin a tight championship. Australians all let us rejoice, says Vicar. 4 laps remaining, is a Colin. Alex can get George. Maybe. Right, well, I'll tell you what. Maybe Max is going to go for 700 if you're watching concurrently. Maybe Max is going to have a nibble at Oscar, eh? Maybe this race isn't over yet. Because Max doesn't mess about with race restarts. Look at this. Reminiscent of Abu Dhabi 2021. And Max, look at her, Max. Max has gone with him. Nothing doing for Oscar Piastri. He's going to need to be quick around here. But how many... Max to have a go, eh? Oscar Piastri is going to have to break the tone. He's going to have to break the DRS. Look at that, Max Verstappen. Max goes wide deliberately so he can get on the throttle a bit earlier. Look at this. He's taken minimum speed. Oh my gosh, Max Verstappen on a 0.3 is the delta. Max is going to have a go here. He'd love to win his home Grand Prix yet again. 4 wins in 5 potentially on for Maximilian Verstappen. Of beauty, rich and rare. Please be of the like, but you're a legend, Daniel. Do me a favour and smash the like the stream if indeed you like the stream. Lawson up to 14th. Nels Hulkenberg already. The delta, the pick to click with T-4 laps remaining between first place Oscar Jack Piastri and Max Verstappen is 0.6 seconds. He won't risk it, will he, Oscar? He'll want to win this race, but he's not going to. If Max has a go and it's raining, drizzle, then I think Oscar's put the hammer down, as he doesn't want to be anywhere near the DRS of a Max Verstappen. Oscar's looking at 1 second already. Bloody Nora. Give me 4 qualifying laps, Oscar, and he's done it already. Look at that. 1.0 greater than. Jeez. So now they're telling the points. Finally, go on then. Runners and riders with 3 laps remaining. Oscar Piastri has the whip hand, but Max Verstappen is within the DRS zone, by the way. 0.9 is the delta. Max has pulled something out there. 1.1 now. Isaac Hadjar, 3rd place, potentially his first podium. George Russell in 4th. Albon in 5th. Antonelli 6th. Behrman. Antonelli, though, has got a penalty, hasn't he? A 10-second one, which will drop him where? Well, right out of the points, potentially now on the back of a safety car convergence scenario. Behrman in 7th. Stroll in 8th. Alonso in 9th. Tsunoda-san in 10th. I need to understand this Tsunoda thing, you know. It's getting him on... Not Tsunoda, sorry, Lance Stroll. I will find it, I promise you. Oof, seminal moments, chat. I do feel bad. I do feel a little bit bad. Oh well, whatever. This is motor racing-ish. Happens sometimes. Antonelli has 15 seconds, 10 seconds. He's got a 10-second penalty. They need a calm room for Norris, Leclerc, and 100%. A soundproofed one. With soft walls. Max cannot hold on to it. The car's too quick. Even with soft compounds. I'm sweating for Hadjar. 700 of you watching concurrently as we round 3rd base. Penultimate couple of laps. Wait. Or penultimate lap even. Wait, what? Alpine? Go on then. Colapinto 12. Gasly nowhere. Been outmanoeuvred, I think. Turn 11 incident between cars 22. Tsunoda. I swear, if they don't look at Tsunoda and Bortoletto, I think that's rude. Quite frankly, the delta 1.6 seconds. Oscar Piastri's put the hammer down. Stroll P8. Insane from Lance Stroll, to be fair to him. Up 11. I mean, the only person who's been more progressive in terms of places gained is Ollie Behrman, 1 place up the road from Lance Stroll in 7th. What the fudge? I'm actually sorry for Lando and Shaw. They deserved it. 100% they didn't do well. They didn't do anything wrong. That's the truth. Neither one of Shaw or Lando. Why did Lando blow his engine up? I don't think Lando blew his engine up deliberately. That happens though, right, sometimes in this weird and wacky world that is the Formula One. The one that F's Hakkinen Barcelona 2001. Good shout. Was it 2001? I feel like it was I thought it was Hockenheim. Maybe. Lots of crying on the sidelines. Oof. Oof. How sad is that? Oscar Piastri crosses the line. Fair play to the chap. He's not put a foot wrong. He's not put a foot wrong. Consistently quick is the order of the day. That's his words, not mine. And again, case in point, OG Zilla, happy for Agile, rookie of the year for me. I'd agree with that. Let all heads bow and tongues confess that Isaac Hajar of the rookies has been the best. You know what I mean? Sack off Antonelli and the rest of them. Like, this is a consistent game, and Hajar's doing it. Le Petit Professeur, very apropos a nickname for Isaac. He's been good. He's been stealthily good. And again, gets the podium that he deserves. Oh, the humanity. No one's going to be talking about that, eh? In the afterlife, everyone's going to be talking about Lando. Poor Lando. Motorsport happens. Reliability happens. Or lack thereof. Oh, chat, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with you, eh? Oscar Piastri, WDC 2025. How sad is that? Hmm. 500 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour and smash the like, please. It helps. You're a legend, General J. I appreciate you, mate. You're a legend, Caroline. I appreciate it. I'm going to go and run and make a cheeky reaction video. That has been chaos. Oscar Piastri, as at the end of the Dutch Grand Prix, leads the championship now by 9 plus 25. By my noddy maths, that makes 34 points. As near as makes no difference, barring accidents and reliability issues at the altar of Oscar Piastri, is as near as makes no difference an unassailable lead. 34 points. Lando Norris, cheeky engine issue, but it happens sometimes, right? It plagued Lewis Hamilton all season in 2016. Now it's up to Lando as to whether he can overcome. Don't cry, mate. Get even. Don't get mad. Get even. It's chaos. That's been your Dutch Grand Prix. You guys have been legends, each and every single one of you. Crackosaurus, aka Jaws. Charles Edward Cheese, absolute legend as per usual. OG Zilla. Herzl, you guys. Sir John Perry, put some respect on his name. Crackosaurus, what are we doing here? Thank you, each and every single one of you. Kaori, all of the mods, legends, one and all. Jomo, if you're in there. Sir John Perry, I'm repeating myself. You guys are legends. Back in a couple of minutes for a reaction video and at 8 p.m. to go deep on all of the pertinent threads to which we haven't spoken hitherto. Between now and next time, prosecution rests. No further questions, Your Honour.